Section 3, Championships and Ontario Summer Games. We had 14 questions around championships and the Summer Games, and we were able to narrow them down to 4. And they are: will the Ontario Summer Games be cancelled? Will Baseball Canada Championships be cancelled? And therefore, will eliminations be cancelled? Will provincial championships be cancelled? So I'll just go back one more to let you pause there and see the 4 questions before we get into the answers from the organization. So you're going to hear me say this over and over and over. Flexible, agile, keeping the participants' health and safety of our athletes, our coaches, our volunteers, our umpires, all of that will be paramount. You'll hear me say it over and over and over. But we're going to continue with that level of agility. Nationals will be determined by Baseball Canada in the beginning of May. What I can share with all of you is the decision that was made by Baseball Canada for 21U. The 21U Nationals for 2020 have been canceled. So our Rep Council, when we know about going live onto the ball diamonds, Rep Council are going to be faced with a decision around 21U. And how does that relate to eliminations? If we take the field in July, middle of July, with a couple of weeks of practice and spring training and conditioning and format and getting ready, and then eliminations is August long weekend, that is a 2-week season. So that doesn't make sense. Do you extend that into September? Do you extend that beyond? Do you lose players? Do they go back to school? All of these variables. But that situation will be real because there are no nationals for 21U in 2020. So as it relates to eliminations, well, eliminations and provincials will be rep and select council decisions. So once Board of Management again lifts the operations, your rep council and select council will make those decisions with the flavor of saving baseball. And it is okay if 21U has a different approach than 15U. We recognize that there's so many variables. We also recognize that our agility at the province, hey, green light, well, what do you do locally? Do you have a team? Are you allowed to play? Do you have enough players? Can you play into September? These are the questions that you will address locally, knowing that the province is doing its best to still provide these levels of service. The Ontario Summer Games will make a determination shortly, and we will communicate their decision as soon as we know. And based on that decision, Rep Council will have another decision to make, and that is, what happened to the draw this year? Does the draw stay in place? All of those things will be discussed, communicated, and then shared with all of you when those answers have been determined.